Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with the final race of our F1 2021 Fantasy League review. A bit of an apology, this video is going a little bit live later than I had originally intended, but Jamie and I have already gone on ahead and recorded tomorrow's podcast from obviously the highly controversial Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So of course my full thoughts and feelings will be featured in that video. So yeah, if you aren't already, do make sure you leave a like and get yourself subscribed to the channel as well if you want to see that. But the final race of F1 Fantasy here in 2021, it's certainly been an up and down season for us. A lot of you guys have done a lot better than I have this year, but I think I've learned a lot and I'm excited to see how we get on next year as well. But you can see though, the final week, the final races of the championship, our meme team, actually 41 points isn't bad going. Sonoda had the weekend of his life so far, and yeah, was able to pick us up 32 points there. Hassan Mick Schumacher did pretty well, and then we had Mazepin, who of course never even raced. How he scored 1 point for that, I don't really know, but hey-ho. Giovinazzi and then, of course, Latifi are both retiring from the Grand Prix there. So yeah, 41 points, though, for our meme team there. Actually brings our total at the end of the season to 93, which is impressively low, which, of course, was always the aim of the meme team. I think next year I'm going to try and feature it right from the very get-go of the season as well there. Our risky team, 98 points this week again. People like Gasly did pretty well. Ferrari again did pretty well. But obviously, again, Latifi not scoring. Perez only getting the 1 point. Vettel and Bottas there having pretty quiet weekends. Obviously, Bottas just never really moved to where he should have been. And then, of course, Vettel finished, I think that was 11th in the end after the Grand Prix there, because I think he did some donuts when all was said and done. But, of course, the team we're really focused on, though, our main team, of course, 131 points. Again, isn't particularly brilliant. We kind of got screwed. Leclerc, Mazepin and Perez between them, scoring 6 points at the end of the week. And considering none of them got a negative score there, that was rather gutting to finish off the year. If we turboed Sainz, yeah, we could have had well over 170 points from the final race weekend of the year. I'm guessing putting Max Verstappen in there, that is about the only silver lining I have from the final race of the year, of course. Like I said, not going to mention that too much here. Obviously, we're going to save that for the podcast tomorrow. But yeah, of course, Verstappen scoring 49 points. Sainz again, he was probably my driver of the weekend there. 44 points for him and then 32 for Ferrari. Obviously, they were pretty much all the scores we got from the final race weekend of the year. But moving over, though, into the league, we finished off with 433 of you guys involved. Again, a massive thank you to everyone that did join the league over the course of the season. Next season I reckon we try to aim to get over 500 of you in as well. So yeah, obviously if you weren't in this season, yeah, definitely would recommend it in the future. In terms of the global league, we finished just outside the top quarter of a million there. Inside the top quarter though, overall at 1.1 million F1 Fantasy members. Let's see who came out on top by the end of the season. It was a Dutchman called Max. I'm not a fan of the irony, I can't lie to you guys there. 4,624 points at the end of the season there. 216 in Abu Dhabi, 396 at Brazil there. That is an insane score by the end of the year there. And yeah, who did he have in Abu Dhabi there? Sainz, Verstappen like we did, Perez like we did as well, but he managed to get Norris and Sonoda in as well as Red Bull there. So that's a pretty good week by him. I'm sure he's a bit gutted he didn't turbo Carlos Sainz, but yeah, fair play to Max. Yeah, Max T, whoever you are, mate. Top of the world come the end of the F1 2021 Fantasy League there. You can see where was our best score. We came 64,000th in the world in Brazil. That's pretty good going. 97,000th at Italy. 19,000th at the Netherlands. But of course we did use our Mega Driver there. And of course our other Mega Driver didn't go well there. 799,000th there. 830,000th in Belgium. Was that my worst ranking of the year? Yes, it was. So, yeah, the worst race I did all season. No, sorry, Kota. I managed to come 950,000th out of 1.1 million. It was not my finest year when it came to F1 Fantasy, but we had a good laugh as the season went on there. Just outside the top 50k in the UK, they're insane, the fact that a quarter of all the people in the world that do F1 Fantasy are based in the UK. They're 38,000th in the Mercedes League there, so I actually did better than most. Better than I did in other leagues, actually. in the Mercedes one, and then of course 172nd out of 433. By far and away, my worst in terms of overall percentage was our own league there. So you guys were clearly very, very sweaty come the end of the season there. But in terms though of our champion, it is gonna be, I'm guessing, have you changed your name for the final race there? I feel like, no, it was Max T that was on top, wasn't it, beforehand? So, Fat Lewis, whoever you are, congratulations, 226 points to finish off the season there. Turbo Sainz had Verstappen, Gasly, Norris, Red Bull, and Sergio Perez. There was a fantastic way to finish off the year there. Completely takes it by, what, a good 80 points at the end of the season there. Cancun finishes in P2 there after, another really, really good season by him, so GG's there. You can see Nyan Deep in P3, Marcelin 4th, Max in 5th ahead of Jake, and Ariman there in 7th place. Isaac, Noah, and Leonardo inside the top 10 there, so GG's to all of them. And then we had Aman, Daniel, Thomas, HDM, Damjan, Leonardo, Omar Aguz down in 17th at the end of the year, ahead of John D, Dustin, and Joshua P there. And I'm not going to run all the way down the rest of the order. Let's have a look, though, at the final race weekend, then, of the season, of course, here from Abu Dhabi. It was actually Bois that finished top there, Ankit C. No turbo, though. He just had Verstappen, Red Bull. Can't go wrong with that. Both AlphaTauris, Sainz and Lando Norris. That is an insane team for the final race of the year there. I mean, you had, what, 4 drivers inside the top 6, and Lando, was it 5 drivers inside the top 7? 7 or 8? I want to say, Hamilton and Bottas, I think, were the only 2 inside the top 7 there. Let's have a quick look from Abu Dhabi. Can we have a look at just the race results? I don't think we can. Can we have a look? Abu Dhabi. So you did. Yeah, you smashed that. You had 5 drivers who all finished inside the top 7. It's a wild team to finish off the year there. Noah S had Verstappen and Hamilton in his, Gasly and Sainz as well, and then Ocon and AlphaTauri, who again, obviously scored big points this weekend there. Lucas in P3, and all of these guys beat out any of the mega drivers in the final race of the season there. Turbo, Norris, Bottas, Verstappen, Sainz, Tsunoda, and AlphaTauri as well there. Felix H, he came in 5th and 4th place there, so GG's to him with Send It. And there you can see Mega Driver Verstappen in the final race of the year. Probably very, very gutted that you turbo Daniel Ricciardo there, who again had a very, very quiet weekend for the most part there. Bobby in 6th ahead of Theo, Dustin, and Ryan, as well as Neil G, rounding out the top 10 there in the final race of the season. We were all the way down in 248th come the end of the final race there. 347th even, I should say, for our risky team there, and 429th for the meme team. So, yeah, we've certainly learnt a lot at the end of the season there. We managed to come 432nd out of 433. Unfortunately, I can only see the top 250, so I would love to know who managed to score worse than me by the end of the year there with the meme team as well. But yeah, it's been a really, really interesting season though. Obviously, a lot of ups and downs. A lot of people forgetting to use their Mega Driver there. Theo K, 30th in the world. Let's say he got another 100 points. If he used his Mega Driver there, he could have easily been nestled up inside the top 20 come the end of the season there. Didn't use his Mega, didn't use his wildcard. So did he just leave in a good roster from the start of the season? He might well have done, to be honest there. That's looking like a pretty solid team to finish off the year. But yeah, I think we've learnt a lot before, obviously, we head into 2022. You know, in terms of F1 fantasy, in terms of our strategy in the future on this little game as well. But yeah, a massive, massive thank you to all of you guys throughout the entirety of the season that have enjoyed the F1 fantasy videos. You know, I know it hasn't been the most viewed series on the channel, but it's always been good fun. You know, I think we sort of built up a nice little tight-knit group come the end of the year there. But yeah, big GG's to Fat Lewis, whoever you are, mate. You have to be alert on a street circuit there with the top score come the end of the season there. 357.5 points there. Where does that leave you in the world rankings? You can't have been too far down the order looking at it. He must have been 4357, just outside the top 250 come the end of the season there by just a few points. So that's kind of insane that we had someone inside the top 250 out of 1.1 million that put themselves in our league as well there. But obviously we can't make any changes ready for next weekend. Of course, no more racing in 2021. 95 days, though, till Free Practice 1, of course, next season. And I'm sure before then we'll do a video, obviously, previewing our F1 2022 fantasy. You know, once everything has been sorted, you know, once we get sort of a good idea from winter testing and everything like that. But thank you all, as always, so much for the continued support on the channel on this series. You know, for one final time in 2021, F1 Fantasy, you know, I haven't been brilliant this year, but it's been a good laugh nonetheless. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll be back next year with F1 2022 Fantasy League. I'm aiming for the top score, I reckon. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel supporters. So a massive thank you to The Travesty, Patrick, Chwan, David, Ben, Aidan, Estatios, Cato, Sean, Johnny, McBlam, Mighty Spork, Tazief, William, and Nanon for becoming channel members. If you want to be featured at the end of all these videos, make sure you just click the join button down below.